The Pantsir S-1 air defense system has been located on the territory of the marine oil terminal oil depot in the port of Feodosia since the fall of 2022. The Pantsir was recorded on video and photos by the Atesh partisan movement.
This information has been transmitted to the Ukrainian Defense Forces for several months. In the photo and video you can see the oil depot and the air defense of the occupiers. A strike on the oil depot will create serious problems for the supply of Russian troops on the left bank of Dnipro, and this is only beginning. From the message of the Telegram channel Atesh.
On the night of October 7th, the Pantsir system failed to repel an attack on the terminal in the port of Feodosia. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine confirmed the attack on the oil depot.
The Ukrainian Defense Forces have struck another important facility of the Russian invaders. The Feodosia terminal is the largest in Crimea in terms of transshipment of petroleum products, which were used, among other things, to meet the needs of the occupation army of the Russian Federation. The task was carried out by units of the missile forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in cooperation with other components of the Defense Forces of Ukraine. Measures to undermine the military-economic potential of the Russian Federation continue. From the message of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on Telegram.
According to experts, the strike was carried out by missiles or long-range drones. The storage infrastructure at the Feodosia oil terminal consists of 43 tanks with a total capacity of 258,000 cubic meters. As a result of the strike, at least 2 tanks were damaged with a capacity of 10 and 5,000 cubic meters. According to one version, the fire from the damaged tanks spread to neighboring tanks with oil.
We have hit such objects before, we hit them and we will hit them in the future. This is the advantage that the use of Western weapons gives us. When Ukraine uses the most modern weapons, it turns out that Russian equipment cannot cope with these weapons. In this specific example, the whole world observes that the best examples of modern European and American equipment are many times better than the most developed post-Soviet models of equipment.
More than 1,000 people were evacuated from areas adjacent to the oil depot to temporary accommodation points. This was reported by the Occupation City Administration. According to them, residents were placed in local hotels and boarding houses. In March 2024, the marine oil terminal in the port of Feodosia was already attacked by the Ukrainian Armed Forces drones, damaging the main fuel pumping pipeline. The same Pantsirs on podiums to increase the range of target detection were previously installed on the territory of the oil depot in Tuapse and near other Russian critical infrastructure facilities. Pantsir also protects Putin's residence in Novo-Ogarevo and the dacha of former Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu.
Pantsir S-1 is placed on poles or raises above ground level on buildings to increase the launch range of its missiles, but in reality it turns out that Russians can't counteract modern weapons.
The locations of Russian aviation in annexed Crimea are also periodically hit. The Russians use 5 airfields there, said Dmytro Platenchuk, a representative of the Ukrainian naval forces. According to him, 2 of these airfields no longer have the same load that they had at the beginning of the full-scale invasion. This is due to the fact that the airfields were damaged by missile and drone strikes. Reported by Serhiy Kulyas, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.